So, like I said, guys, sorry, I had to start all over because I was rambling. But like I said, the wild card is good that it's gone. I think that having separate brands will actually do a lot better because of the fact that there's a lot of stuff going on with all the superstars now, and especially because NXT is in the mix of it too. And I really think now because of all these, all these rivalries, all these stories that are in SmackDown are so good that Raw can't compete. And the thing with Raw, their only biggest rivalry that they have is Seth and Brock. And with SmackDown, there's so many. There's like there's Drew and Kevin. There's Kofi and Joe. There's the the tag team division. Then it's the women's tag team division too because it's with Asuka and Kairi Sane against the Iconics. Which that's a great rivalry. And Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. But they keep trying to push that idea. And the thing is, like now that because I like Paige being involved in the women's side because I do, but I don't like the fact. And here's my little like disagreement with Shane McMahon being a heel, because it really being a heel general manager isn't really in the cards for him because he can't be that cutthroat that he'll give anybody a title shot. Because the thing is we don't know what to do, and it's like where do we go from here? And this is like the question box because like it was cool on Raw because like when Vince was doing it in the Attitude Era, it was cool, and when he was doing it, like when Shane tried to take over a little bit and they got that 50% thing going around, and it was Vince and Flair tried to do it. And Vince and Flair, like the Vince and Flair story, which in my mind was the greatest segment ever created for like for SmackDown and Raw. Because the thing is, I kind of figured like around 2001, like around 2001, 2002, like as soon as I got into 2002 and the Ruthless Aggression era came in, it wasn't like everybody wasn't getting a title shot, and that's what I mean like now. Because thanks to the brand split that Vince and Flair created, it wasn't like they were doing so bad. And it wasn't like they were trying to put this box in where it was like, well, what do we do from here? How do we do it thing? And I'm thinking, like, where do we go? Because there's a box in that, there's a place in that box that people want to go. And this is what the WWE is doing with Raw and SmackDown now, meaning that SmackDown is on top and Raw is on the bottom. And the difference is like because the whole thing of the new general manager thing with Paul Heyman, and I'm gonna take a little bit to that story too because I just don't I don't think. Here's my thing. I don't think that being having new general managers is gonna change that because the fact is, let's just call it a fact that having Eric Bischoff as a SmackDown GM, it would work, but there's so much to go on, and it's gonna take some time for him to get used to being in the general manager role again because he can't make crazy matches anymore. He can't do it. He can't do it. And because of the fact that Paige is there to kind of to hold the reins with the women's division, she can do that, and that's perfectly reasonable. See, the wild card thing really doesn't apply in today's wrestling because of the fact that they tried to do that in the Ruthless Aggression era. Why I think that because there's really not a lot of room to do it because Raw keeps losing people, and either they sign them up or they lose them by brand. And the thing is, SmackDown always takes the biggest superstars out of anything because the joke is they can't really push a lot of guys, and it's really kind of funny they tried to do that. And what was crazy about it was the fact that they still try to push the United States on Ray, and they can't really do it because Ray has been gone almost 5 or 6 years or almost 15% time because of it. And the thing is, it's not bad, but it's really just like, what are we doing with Ray? And I kind of feel like if Ray went to SmackDown, he would actually have a little bit more of a competition because there's more people to get. And the thing is, if NXT brought more like Johnny Gargano, somebody like Johnny, or somebody like Adam Cole, he would have to dig deep, and that's the problem too. See, the thing is, like, there's so many things going around right now that the wild card doesn't really work. And the thing with the wild card was only just to put titles on Raw, and I think that was just the basis of it. I think in my mind, like, I'm just making an assumption, guys. Just bear with me a little bit. I think they were making, like, listen, and I thought about it too, like how all titles would go to Raw. They don't really go to Raw. Because the thing is, Raw couldn't even get they couldn't even get a lot of talent. And they lost most of their women's talent because of SmackDown. Because the thing is, you lost Bayley because you couldn't do nothing with her. You lost Sasha because she just disappeared, which I don't understand. And the thing is, y'all really want to, if y'all really want to call it, if y'all really want to state a fact, y'all literally lost Charlotte because the thing is, Charlotte's gonna keep being dominant. That Charlotte's gonna keep being dominant to the point where she will take on anybody. And the fact that she just did this amazing rivalry with Trish Stratus, the goddess of the WWE women's division of the decade, like, that's something that's something that WWE never does. And I'm sorry to be honest, but that wild card rule doesn't really work. It's kind of a waste of time. And I'll be honest, Vince was really I think Vince probably lost his mind, or he's getting old to the point where he's losing touch. And the thing is, you kind of need Shane because he's not that old, and he's really doing well, and he's bringing the brand like he said he was going to do when they first started doing this whole brand split thing. Because Vince was like, I want to see blood. And he sees it. He sees it with Raw because Raw is not really giving him that he's trying to make Raw get strangled by the throat. And it doesn't really work like that because you got all these high maintenance dudes. You got all these people leaving and coming back and leaving and getting injured. Because it's like, yo, you lost Dean Ambrose because you couldn't do nothing with him. You're going to lose EC3 because Raw doesn't know what to do with him. He would have been better on SmackDown because he probably would have got something from it. He probably would have had a title shot. Probably would have been Intercontinental Champion by now. And that's what I mean. It takes them on Raw, it takes them to give them one. It takes a person to get a title shot almost a year to get a title shot. On SmackDown, they're just doing title matches all the time. Like, I get the whole concept of number one contenders. I get the whole concept of wanting a title shot. I get it. But here's the thing that doesn't stick with me. Is the fact that they're really trying to push that bar. And they can't really push that bar open because it's like I said, the wild card has no place. It's not college football. It's not basketball. It's not even college basketball or hockey. It doesn't work. Because the thing is, you can't do that because you're gonna let SmackDown just walk on the Raw, and it was cool because they invaded it because it was Survivor Series because a brand will always invade another brand. Because the joke is, that's the thing. Raw, they don't know what to do with them because the 24/7 title is actually more relevant than it actually has to be, and pretty much SmackDown always makes it relevant. He makes it relevant. Like, that's the thing. Drake Maverick makes it relevant. And he deals with it. And the surprising factor with all of it, really, to be honest, is the fact that Maria Kanellis and Mike Kanellis, that's why Mike Kanellis isn't really good. Because the thing is, they don't know what to do with him. And that's what I mean. I don't mean to get in a rant with him, but here's my thing. You can't do anything with Mike Kanellis because the fact is, he was really like, that's why I bought you, because I saw what they were doing. And the thing is, they don't know. I like Maria Kanellis, but I hate what she's become in every segment on SmackDown, or every segment on Raw. I hate it. I hate it because the fact is, like, they don't know what to do with her. She was cool when she was on Raw, like in the Ruthless Aggression era, when she first started everything. and then she just left. And it's surprisingly about 2 years later when I saw her, and I saw her on Impact. I saw her on Impact with Mike Bennett, with Mike Kanellis, before he became Mike Kanellis. And the joke was that when they made him on his debut, the guy sucks. Like, they couldn't do anything with him. And they still can't do anything with him. That's the thing. Like, he's on the greatest brand, like the greatest cruiserweight brand ever created. But I, in my mind, and I'll be honest with you guys, right? See, wouldn't it be nice if they could do title for title, or take something from TNA where it would be like, well, we should have something like that, like an open fight night, because it would be kind of cool, or one night only where, or yeah, one night only. I mean, one night stand, which would be fine, and they would do it because they should do that for the UK, like how everybody does it for the NXT, because it really works. But the realization is that they can't really build on it. It's like it's a game of chance with people, because the realization is that why are we doing this? Like, and that's how I meant with the wild card rule. I think it was a waste of time and resources, because you know what, and I'll be perfectly honest that it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have a sense of it. It doesn't even have a sense of clarity that it's so small and tiny. It's like a stone. It's like throwing a pebble throwing a rock inside of a lake. It didn't work. And Vince has got to admit to himself, like, you know what? Maybe the wild card rule shouldn't have never been officially made. It should have never been officially made, because that was the Superstar Shakeup was supposed to do. That didn't do anything. That just put people on Raw or SmackDown, but it really didn't do it. What happened to the draft y'all had 2 years ago, and that would have worked? See, if they got more, watch. What this year coming up, what the draft is going to be, because once SummerSlam is over and they got to get into September, that draft is going to come up, and I'm betting you, and I'm telling you guys, this is just a prediction, this is not a spoiler, I'm telling you. The Undisputed Era are going to go up to SmackDown, because SmackDown is going to put them as a tag team. He's going to make Bobby Fish tag team guys, Roderick Strong in the Intercontinental spot, and they're going to put Roderick Strong in the World Heavyweight title. And they're gonna freaking kill it. And what's gonna end up happening, that Nikki Cross is gonna see Undisputed Era, and the funny thing is, Undisputed Era is gonna give her that deal, like, say, we can help you get the women's title. All you gotta do is betray Alexa. That's all you gotta do. But like I said, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.